Previously on Legacy.
Over here.
He's opposite, he's opposite.
He's mid barrels.
Lay down.
Catch twice.
He's on it, he's on it. To your right, nice.
Nice, let's go, man. Round 11, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Lay it from the top spot.
Lay down,
from the top spot.
Touch on a wall banger.
On barrels. Barrels and A control.
Top of side. Top of side weak. I'm one shot.
Nice.
Top of side weak.
Nice.
Top of side weak still.
Behind our spawn.
I'll check us, I'll check us.
He's inside.
He's on top their side as well. I'll spawn on their side.
Ah,
How
fuck!
did you just get around our spawn?
Fuck, man.
The same stunner. The same game. Same opportunity to change the wheels of defeat, of failure, into something greater. But again, stunner falls short. He's going to have to look forward now, and with the last 3 events of the year, will Stunner be able to turn things around, or at least show a little bit of hope, a little bit of fight going into next year? My name is Dominic Ferreira, you can call me Stunner. My dream? To climb to the top of the ranks of amateur Call of Duty, hopes of making it into the franchise Call of Duty League. The only thing that matters to me is that I work hard, grow as a competitor, and most importantly, win. This is my legacy. Alright, so where are we now? Seeing the obviously previous segment on Legacy, you've seen how unfortunately while teaming with Host, Plasma and Ratley, we lost the top 32 game, game 5, around 11, in static stunner fashion. Of course, it wouldn't be any other way than a absolutely excruciating loss or an incredible win. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm involved, it's never a simple sailing thing. There's always something a bit spectacular going on. That was hard to take. We ended up losing that. I think I then got dropped, or they didn't say nothing, but they went to go team together still. So I then get a DM from Dogs, one of the leading founding members of the ICG, asking me to team. Clark, Cole and Dogs are a trio which I teamed with in Vanguard. I was excited. I'm excited because they're a group of players I respect, first of all, very much. This is an opportunity to turn this year around here. Had some ups, some downs, but as they always say, it's not about how you start the year, it's about how you finish. So of course I joined the team. Scrims do not go well. We've teamed so far for about a week and a half. We've only won like 1 or 2 maps of scrims, and that's, I'm genuinely not exaggerating it. Our scrims have not gone good, and the reason why that amount of map wins is personified more in a negative way is because we've never really scrimmed this year with a focus or an idea of how we want to play, what's the next step to improving. In Vanguard, I teamed with them for a week, and in that week, it's the most prepared I have ever been genuinely on a competitive Call of Duty team. We put in, especially Clark and Dogs, I have to give them, you know, the props more than me and Cole. They put in a lot of work to preparing the whole team. You know, we went over S&D, you know, strats and VODs, went over hardpoint, control, went over all of it. We worked hard for a week and we got a top 32. Not a great placement, it was an improvement at the time, and that gave me hope, because I was like, if we could do that in that year, this year we can replicate some sort of success, right? The scrims we've played with this team, other than the first day or 2 that we scrimmed, we've never really put effort into having a way to play. When I first joined the team, Dogs basically enlightened me with this idea of basically being like a do-it-all player, because ICG are a team that are very mechanically very good. So basically the plan was for me to kind of be this kind of do-it-all player, where playing in the hill quite a lot, or around the hill anyway, and I'm basically allowing them to be more free, be basically like a dirty work player, but also not put myself in a position where I'm being a hindrance, where if I'm getting hill time, some maps I might get like less kills than the rest, some maps I might fry. And it was more me kind of trying to play where I'm on the hill, I'm moving about on the hill a lot, changing up my positions, channeling off the hill, which is a risky play, but basically kind of putting myself in that mind frame. And on this game, to be honest, it just doesn't work. Then comes Challenger Cup number 10. I don't have the clips for it because I've left it too long on my Twitch VOD and it's disappeared. But I could give you a rundown. We played against some French team. Prax was in it, I know that for sure. We lost to them 3-1, and that leaves us with 2 2Ks left to go of the year. Woba, who's an owner of an org, ran in a WOBA Cup, kind of imitate a 2K, because there was no 2K that was ran during Major 4. Because Major 4 there was no challengers like LAN. Played against the Spanish team, they're like the 4th or 3rd seeded team in Europe. They're a good team nevertheless, right? Played them, lost 3-0. Hardpoint wasn't that great, but out of all the maps in a series against a really well practiced team, Hardpoint is going to be the least likely map you would take. If we were going to win a series, it was going to be for Neslo. The S&D absolutely smoked 6-0. However, that was one of those maps we got smoked, but there's a lot to learn. Like, they've done a lot of like wall bangs and cool strats that we can take from that, right? And then comes Control. We lose 3-1, I believe, or 3-0. Again, it's one of the ones where we had to win the S&D. As soon as we lost the S&D, it was pretty much out of our hands at that point. And yeah, I mean, they were always going to win with the amount of practice we've had, with how good a team they are, etc, etc. We then move on to the loser bracket. We play against a team of Dashi, Taunt, Elise, and Terra. The thing about this is, right, they're obviously not as good as a team as the Spanish team we played. But we actually, I think, lost to them worse on the hardpoint map 1 than we did to the Spanish team. I think we got 100-point clubbed, and that basically screams, or it shows like we're not playing the game right. If we're losing to a team like that bad, we're not playing the game right. It's as simple as that. We lost the S&D as well. Again, we haven't practiced S&D, so that's like fair enough. And we also lost Control on Expo, which, if I'm going to be honest, I think I've played like twice. And it's a hard one, right? Because we're obviously annoyed in ourselves that we've not been good enough. We've not naturally merged together as a team as well as we wanted to. But at the same time, with competing, when people have put more time in than you, can't expect a win. You know what I mean? When people have been a team longer than you, they play the game more. Yeah, you could be better than them, but you're not going to win unless like you've put in time around whatever you're doing, right? And we've not put in, we may have put in time as a team, as a 4, but not in the right way. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there's 2 2Ks left. You have the Europa Cup, which as of recording this is in 2 days, the 6th of May, and you have obviously the 2K after that, which is like on the 26th/7th of May, I think, around there. Europa Cup is big, as we know, as top 12 seeded teams in Europe will not be there. It's a much easier cup to progress, you know, get your top 8s, maybe even make it to like a Sunday. The reason why I'm highlighting this is because me, Dogs, and Clark do not have the COVID vaccine at all. None of them, no boosters, no 1, no 2, nothing, right? Not vaccinated. Cole does, obviously. That's why I've not mentioned him. But because of this, even if we were the best team in Europe, which we're not, but even if we were, we physically could not get into America anyway. There's obviously no way we could get to America to compete, right? The COVID restriction as of May 11th, I believe, is going to be lifted in America, meaning we actually now have the opportunity, if we do somehow qualify, to play at Champs. And this is why I'm just a bit like stumped, because we've basically, I guess, agreed not to scrim anymore, just because we're not enjoying the game. We're just going to play 2Ks together. But I'm just like thinking the possibilities are massive, you know what I mean? We've got 2 2Ks left. You have a Europa Cup, which with no top 12 seeded teams, or top 8, or whatever it is, you could win points from there, give yourself a better seed for the last 2K. From that, make a run, give yourself more points, then get an even better seed for the LCQ. With that momentum, it gains more belief, more want to play the game. You start seeing the path more clearer. We could make something happen and somehow, some way, qualify in the LCQ and make it to Champs. Like, I know it's a slight chance, but it's a chance nevertheless. I don't know. So long story short, what I'm saying is we're definitely not going to scrim going into this Europa Cup. So I'm hoping what happens is we just play really well. We maybe get like a top 8. But if we can make it to a Sunday, then the option to win it is there, you know what I mean? But you have to make it to a Sunday if you want to win. But regardless, we get something, a top 16 or above, to give us just the extra boost in points. And I know for sure if we get at least a top 16 at the Europa Cup, we will be motivated, or that will relight the fire for us to actually be like, listen, this year is not done yet. We're not closing the book on this story this soon. So that's the plan. We play the Europa Cup. We just, you know, go in there, try to do our best. Hopefully we can make something happen. This year's not gone the way I want it to go. Am I to blame for that? Mostly, yes. There have been some things that have gone against me, but in competition, you're crazy to think that you're going to come into it and the road is just going to be set out straight for you. You're not going to have to go over no hurdles. I prefer it this way. I prefer have these struggles, it makes the story that much sweeter. When I do hit that jackpot, and I know I will, people will be like, wow, he actually dealt with all that bullshit, went over all those obstacles, he didn't give up, and he got his rewards for it. So I'm just hoping that we can end the year in a great way. I believe in these guys. I hope they believe in me. And like I said, I'm a very positive person, and I just feel like the way this is all set out at the end of the year is too good not to be true. But you know, looking at it, I think me and Cole especially, we have to put more time into just playing the game, because one, we need to play together more, because we need to, that like sub chemistry between us is, I feel like, one of the biggest missing things, other than just actually preparing how to improve. Like in terms of the natural style and the flow of the game, me and him need to play more together to get used to each other, playing with each other more. But also, like, Clark and Dogs, as much as, you know, they've voiced their opinions and hating this game and how much it makes them not want to play it, saying something is one thing, but they've been putting in more time than me and Cole have for sure. They play rank play almost every day, even if it's for like a few games. They still play it, they're getting reps in. Whereas, you know, me and Cole, I mean, we were just trying something new because there's a good opportunity. We played the World Series of Warzone qualifier, and we didn't qualify, unfortunately, but that's just down to not playing Warzone much, so that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is there's been a trend of me. I have a great mindset at times, a great work ethic at times, not always. Discipline has been the one tool, the one pillar of success that has always let me down, or that I've let myself down with. Right? So anytime I've shown a bit of discipline with my hard work, my whatever, there's always something that comes along and it kind of cuts it off for me, and I allow it to. I've been slacking in content. I used to post maybe like every day or every other day. I was growing crazy, you know, I'm at, I think, 550 subscribers now. I'm 450 off 1,000. And now slacking with content. I've not uploaded as much. I've not played the game as much. And I need to fight for myself. I really want to make something out of this, whether it's content, whether it's competing in multiplayer competitive, whether it's competing in Warzone. Whatever it is not going to be easy, because nothing ever worthwhile is easy. Otherwise, everyone would be living that life that they want to. There's a reason why there's only a small percentile of people in the world that live their dream life, that they do something that they truly are happy that they get to do every day, and they get to make an impact in the world. That's because there's a lot of stuff you have to go through. You have to not give up. You have to you almost look insane doing it, you know what I mean? But it's what's necessary, and I believe we can make something out of the end of this year. So that's the plan. Go into the Europa Cup, get a good placement hopefully, reignite the fire, work hard for that, those 2 weeks going into that last 2K, make another great placement there, then we just try to qualify for champs. We've got to take it one step at a time, one day at a time. And I just want to say thank you to everyone watching this that's ever subscribed to me, commented, liked, supported me, hated me. I'm so grateful that I have a platform to share my story with, share my journey, hopefully inspire people and allow them to take better steps to better their life. And let's see how this goes. Been your boy Stunner. Have a great day. Believe in yourself. Work hard. And I'll see you 6th of May at 12 PM UK time on twitch.tv/staticstunner for probably the most important event of my career. I love you people. And I'm out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.